Welcome to part two of our 1991 collector set Donruss unboxing. What we're going to do for part two is talk about, and we've gone through, as you can see, almost half of the deck here so far. So what we've done is taken out a bunch of our favorites. You can kind of see some down here laid out in front of us. Some of our favorites we'll go through and each kind of talk about some of the ones that really caught our eye, some of the ones that are my favorite players because they were more of my generation, but even some names that these guys know. So we'll go through it, and yeah, thanks for joining us for part two. Let's just dive right into it. So one of the first places that I wanted to start, we pulled out a lot of big names. We'll let Charlie go second here, but a lot of my personal favorites, because as we go through this, and you can even see in the background the number one jersey, you can't see the top of it, but one of my favorite players growing up, we'll start right here, was Mr. Lou Whitaker, number one for the Detroit Tigers. I'm a Tigers fan. We're a Tigers family. But Lou Whitaker was one of my first early baseball experiences, going to a game and hearing the fans go, Lou! And as a kid, I thought they were actually booing him. My dad had to explain that, no, they're just, cheering for Lou. And that was a way you cheered for a guy named Lou. So that was one of my favorite pulls. I also pulled his middle infield partner, Mr. Alan Trammell. So one of the best middle infield partnerships, in my opinion, in most Tigers fans' opinions anyways, of baseball history. Well, another good one that I really liked, because, again, I really liked middle infielders, the athletic guys, was a Barry Larkin. We had a lot of Reds fans in our family and people that we knew, and Barry Larkin was a really exciting and, again, arguably one of the better middle infielders of the generation or of all time, really. And then a couple other fun ones that I thought would be interesting. Another big red machine guy, Chris Sabo. We pulled him, and I thought that was interesting because he was one of the few guys that we noticed that wearing, you kind of even see it in the picture, he wore the goggles, the glasses when he played. A couple other, before I hand it over to Charlie, another middle infielder that was really memorable during my childhood, Ryan Sandberg. My grandmother, Grandma Nagel, was a big Cubs fan, and she was a big Ryan Sandberg fan, so that was a really cool pull for me. Last couple I'll do, we got Roger Clemens here, Jose Canseco, a lot of big names, Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog. Another couple cool ones was Tim Raines, probably one of the most underrated players of all time. This is before he more famous for his time with the White Sox. Jack has a question here. Jack, what's your question?
You should do this one.
That one? Oh, okay. We talked about Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog. Again, became more famous with his time with the Atlanta Braves, but awesome player. And then we also, a couple other fun ones. Harold Reynolds. Anybody that grew up watching Baseball Tonight, he's still probably on certain broadcasts.
He is.
Yeah,
He's still on the show.
Yeah, it's
like the real thing.
Really cool to see his player card come out. So those are some fun ones that I pulled out. Charlie, let's start talking about some of the picks that you made. Where do you want to start?
I'll start with Rafael Palmeiro.
Palmeiro, yep, that was an excellent MVP pull from Charlie. A good slugger in his day, and one of the guys that did it right. We'll get into a couple guys here that did it might have done it a little differently. Charlie, you also picked arguably one of the greatest players of all time, Mr. Barry Bonds, before he buffed up a little bit with the San Francisco Giants. As you can see, he was still one of the best players of his generation. And then another one that we had pulled, Charlie, where did he go? We pulled another guy that, yeah, you can show that one. Let's show that one next. Again, one of the greatest players, at least.
Ken Griffey Jr.
A great pull from Charlie.
All-star.
A great pull there. And then, yeah, keep moving through, Charlie. What other ones do you got?
Diamond Kings, Craig Biggio.
Yeah, he was a great player for the Houston Astros. Those really cool. I really liked those Houston Astros. It was a number 2 as well, so that's a really good pull.
Actually, I think it's one of our best cards.
I think so as well. Those Houston Astro jerseys were beautiful with the orange stripes and all that, and orange and yellow. Who do you got next, Charlie?
Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith. Oh yeah, we love middle infielders here apparently because he was the wizard of Oz. Ozzie Smith was one of the most aesthetically pleasing infielders to watch in his day.
And another Diamond Kings, Brian Harper.
Brian Harper. I don't know much about Brian Harper, but Charlie really liked this card.
20 and
The number 22. All right, Charlie, let's have you do one or two more here.
Oh,
Maybe that one here, or...
Maybe
we didn't even do this one.
let's do Kirby Puckett.
Yep, Kirby Puckett, a really fun outfielder for the Minnesota Twins. And even though they were, kind of a rival team, they were, for us as fans, he was still a really exciting player to watch. And one more that Charlie pulled, and this is, after his Mets days, Mr. Darryl Strawberry, that was a really fun, I thought, card to pull. He was much more famous for his time with the Mets.
And then the last one I have is Lenny
Dykstra on one of the a really fun and really energetic, let's call it, players for, and they put Len on there even though anybody called him Lenny Dykstra. So that's really fun. So William, what do you got? What are some of your favorite pulls here? I'll hold them up since you're a little bit farther away. Who do we have here? This is a fun story, William. Who is this?
Jerry Goff. So really funny, and know that we looked up. I had a question and see if Jerry Goff, most of you know, Jared Goff, quarterback of the Lions. Are they related? So we found on the internet, said that Jared Goff. I'll read it right now. Jared Goff's father is Jerry Goff, a former Major League Baseball catcher for the Montreal Expos, Pittsburgh Pirates, and Houston Astros.
So really cool. We saw the name Goff and thought, we should look that up. And sure enough, it's Jared Goff's dad. So here's another really fun one that, again, before he really got famous with the Cubbies, was Sammy Sosa. So with the White Sox, played for the crosstown teams, both out of Chicago. So I thought that was a really good pull. Oh, and Will, go ahead.
So the reason why I actually like Roger Clemens is, so in 2003, after around 12 years after this card.
91,
12.
Yeah.
So the Miami Marlins were playing the Yankees. So Roger Clemens was pitching. One of our grandma's favorite players of all time. He was playing for the Marlins before the Tigers, where he became famous. Miguel Cabrera. One of the most famous calls in baseball.
Yeah.
How they
The home run.
Yeah,
he hit in the World Series. Yeah, that's a good one. Another good one that I actually noticed, Jim Abbott. As a kid, I always thought it was one of the coolest stories, and also a great pitcher of his day. Jim Abbott played, and he had one hand. So as you can see, the way he held it, even in this picture, captures it beautifully. Underneath the glove, he does not have a hand. So he pitched with it, put the glove on the hand, and then flip and had to, when he was fielding, had to flip the glove and all that. So I thought a really cool one. And then of course one of my favorite players, William.
Cecil Fielder.
One of the greatest sluggers of all time. Natural sluggers, let's say that. Hit baseballs out of old Tiger Stadium. I thought that was a really good pull, the MVP card. Who do we have next here? Oh wow.
Ken Griffey Sr.
So we've talked about junior already, but we found the senior. We got a senior card as well. Father-son duo actually played together in the outfield. There's that famous play where Ken Griffey Jr. Comes over and catches the ball over his dad's head. So that's a fun one. Oh yeah.
I didn't know if that was one. No, he's probably one of the greatest left-handed pitchers to ever play. No, most people don't really know him, but he.
Yeah, your guys' age, definitely. But this one actually specifically, this is a card of when he no-hit the St. Louis Cardinals. So we thought that was a really good one.
Nastiest breaking balls in
Yeah, Fernando Valenzuela. Oh yeah, let's do a couple more here. We've got Kirk Gibson. That's another big one. Kirk Gibson. He also played for our favorite Tigers, but also had probably one of the greatest pinch hit home runs. I don't even think it's arguable in World Series history. I can't remember what year that was, but for the Dodgers.
Any reports for the Tigers on Valley Sports.
Yeah, he does. Okay, last couple we have. We've already done Ken Griffey Jr., Craig Biggio we've got. And Again, one of the sluggers that bulked up. We did Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire. Who was the other one? Barry Bonds. Some of the big boys before they were allegedly juicing. Don Mattingly. That's another good pull. So yeah. Oh, and I think this is the one I found right in front of me. Brady Anderson, relatively unknown player for most of his career, but then allegedly might have been helped for steroids and led the league in home runs one of his years. And the last one we'll do, good one to end on, the Nolan Express here. So Nolan Ryan. So that was part 2. We went through, like I said, we've gone through not quite half of the box. We'll do probably a couple more parts on this video series. We'll put together the puzzle, and we'll just keep picking through these and showing you guys some of our favorites. So thanks for taking time with us, and hopefully you can subscribe and join us for parts 3s, 4s. Like our videos, please. Oh yeah, that's the Willie Stargell. That's the puzzle that we're going to be putting together.
Yeah.
And
But
thanks
it's
to my crew here, Charlie, William, and Jack, for going through this, and we'll see you next time.